What it do, YouTube? It's your boy. Hey, yo, now come back to y'all with another Tex Nation fan talk. Y'all already know what time it is. Today I'm coming at y'all with why I think the Houston Texans are building a young and powerful, dangerous offense. If you enjoy this video, go ahead and smash the like. If you want to see more Houston Texans content, go ahead and drop the sub. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this, man. We can't talk about why the Houston Texans are building a dangerous offense without talking about the man under center. Name, y'all already know. It's Davis Mills. Last year, with 11 starts under his belt, in those games he had 68.4% completion percentage. He was the highest passer in the red zone with 116.8%. He was also the highest passer with 20+ yards thrown with 123.5%. And in 3 games with a passer rating over 125%. He is only the 4th quarterback to do so in the ranks of guys like Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger, and Matt Ryan. I know y'all hear it. I'm one of the guys who is one of those I wouldn't say a stand, but I have confidence in this young man. I think this young man is going to do very, very nice in 2022. He has all the pieces in place. We're going to talk about those pieces. He has an experienced offensive coordinator. He has a head coach who has his back. The pieces are being built from the wide receiver standpoint, tight end standpoint. His offensive line is going to be better, and his running game is going to be better than it was in 2021. Last year, we all know he was being held back by play calling from David Culley. And not just him, but Tim Kelly. His running game was stagnant. His running game wasn't really creating holes for themselves. So it would, it would be obvious what the offense was going to do. It's going to be pass, because we couldn't rely on the run game. So, go talk about some of his weapons. Nico Collins. Last year, 2021, was his rookie season, but he came in hot, in my opinion. Well, he didn't come in too hot. He was being held back, of course, by the offensive coordinator. And also just, he's a rookie. 33 receptions, 446 yards receiving, 13.5 yards a catch, with only 1 TD, unfortunately, but he had 8 starts. He was the 2nd leading receiver with only 8 starts compared to guys like Chris Conley, who had more starts than him, had more PT than him. But this year, I really think Nico Collins is going to step into that number 2 wide receiver role. He's going to take that, big leap forward. I think this is going to be a big year for Nico Collins because he's gaining that trust from a Davis Mills, gaining that trust from the coaching staff, and he's going to gain trust in himself to be able to go out there and make some plays. He did have 60 targets, and he had only 1 drop last year. So Nico Collins has, the potential to be a very big wide receiver for the Houston Texans. Another playmaker for the Houston Texans that I think is going to have a big season, it's going to be Brevin Jordan. Last year, he's only played 9 games with only 2 starts. We're going to be able to see this guy take way more starts than that. We got to at least see 13 starts, maybe even starting every game this season because he is that guy. He's better than Val Brown. We did sign a tight end in the draft. Tegan Quintariano, my bad. He's going to be the blocking guy, but he can also make some catches too. But look, we're talking about Brevin Jordan here. 20 receptions, 178 yards receiving, 3 TDs with 8 yards a catch. He also only had 1 drop, and he is the first #1 in rankings when targeted without a dropped pass. And his PFF grade was 123.8 when targeted, which ranked 3rd amongst all tight ends in the NFL. Like I said, Nico Collins has, the ability to be a number 2 wide receiver. Maybe even a number 1. Maybe here and there. Maybe it'll happen. We'll see. Brevin Jordan has the potential to be the number 1 tight end. And these are guys coming in for their 2nd year, so they're going to be hungry. They're going to be ready to take that next step forward. Then for the rookies, who the Houston Texans just signed, just picked up in the draft, started off with Dameon Pierce. Like I talked about the running game earlier in the video, I touched bases on it. I think this young man is going to be able to take the running game to the next level. This is what the running game has been looking for. A hard nose, run between the tackles, punch that man in the face, and get those hard 3rd downs that are like 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3. He's going to be able to get those yards. the highest graded running back in the SEC since 2014 with a 93.5. His 2021 stats: only 100 rushing attempts, 574 yards, 13 TDs, 5.7 yards a carry. And he also can do it out the backfield, catching 19 receptions out of 20 targets. So, he's sure-handed. He's going to be able to catch out the backfield. 216 yards receiving with 3 receiving touchdowns. And he also has some nice rack yards. It's 11.4 yards a catch. This guy can do it out the backfield, and that's what the Houston Texans have been looking for. I don't think it'll be immediate. I think it might happen around like week 5, week 6, when he'll start really getting those touches, start getting those loves. But it's going to be a running back by committee. We do got Marlon Mack, we do got Rex Burkhead, but I'm talking about these young guys. Rex Burkhead, he's I think he's like 30 years old, somewhere around there, 28. However old he is, he's pretty old. And you got Marlon Mack. Unfortunately, he is coming off Achilles injury. We all know those injuries to running backs are very hard to come back from. But we have seen the old Houston Texans running back Deontay Foreman ripping it up last year with the Tennessee Titans. Let's hope Marlon Mack can have a bounce back season. If he can, that would be a very nice 3 bow hit combo with Marlon Mack, Rex Burkhead, and Dameon Pierce. And for the last weapon, I think that is going to turn a lot of heads. It's going to be John Mechie out of Alabama. He's coming off an injury, unfortunately, but he's saying himself that he'll be good to go by July. I'm still saying don't rush it, man. Come back in August, do your thing in the preseason, or even just come back week 3. You don't gotta rush nothing, because we got the weapons. We got the guys who can just fill the void until you get back, man. 96 receptions, 1,142 yards receiving, 8 touchdowns, 11.9 yards a catch with 113 targets. This guy can really get it done. I would like to see this man really build a connection with Davis Mills, which I think will happen because Davis Mills loves these type of receivers. We've seen what he did with Danny Amendola, and this guy is even more route savvy than Danny Amendola. He's out of Alabama. We know how Alabama wide receivers, how nasty they could be in the league. Like I said, Davis Mills loves the guys who can catch it in between the numbers, who can get the rack yards, and John Mechie is that guy. I think John Mechie might even be in competition with Nico Collins as wide receiver number 2. But really, Brandon Cooks, he is 28. He is at the I wouldn't say the tail end of his career, but he is up there in age. So maybe sooner or later we'll start seeing John Mechie, Nico Collins take that number 1 wide receiver, number 2 role, whichever wide receiver it is. Just have a 1-2 combo. But that's how I feel about this Houston Texans 22. Weapons for Davis Mills. And going forward, y'all let me know how y'all feel. Who are y'all excited for? And what y'all think the Houston Texans are going to do in 2022 season. If y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash a like. If y'all want to see more, like I said, go ahead and smash the sub. It's your boy A. Noah signing off. Peace. Go Texans.